sees a girl, takes a trip around the world. Hey, hey.
Hello, and welcome to my Beatles YouTube channel. If you like the Beatles, please make sure you subscribe and you check out my other videos because I'm sure you're gonna find them interesting. This is another episode of the series called Song Secrets of the Beatles, in which we analyze every single Beatles song one episode at a time. Every episode is divided in 5 different sections: the story behind the song, in the studio, decoding the lyrics, breaking down the music, and legacy and impact. Today's song is Boys from the Beatles' debut album Please Please Me. So let's go ahead with our first section.
The story behind the song, behind the song.
Boys is a song written by Luther Dixon and Wes Farrell, and it was originally recorded by the American girl group The Shirelles in Bell Sound Studios in New York City, and it was released as the B-side of their single Will You Love Me Tomorrow in November 1960. More than 2 years later, the Beatles recorded it for their debut album Please Please Me, which was released in the UK on the 22nd of March 1963. Boys had always been the Beatles' drummer's song. Before Ringo Starr joined the band, Pete Best, the first drummer of the Beatles, used to sing the song as well. And coincidentally, Ringo Starr also used to sing that song in his previous band, a band from Liverpool who also played in Hamburg, sharing the stage with the Beatles, called Rory Storm and the Hurricanes. Singer Celia Black would often join Ringo in this song. Pete Best released his own version of Boys in 1965. So let's go ahead with our next section.
In the studio, recording the song.
The Beatles recorded Boys on the 11th of February 1963. The session took place at Abbey Road Studios, of course at that time it was called EMI Studios, in London. And it was a marathon session in which they recorded 10 out of the 14 songs of the Beatles' debut album Please Please Me. Producer George Martin had seen the Beatles play live at the Cavern Club in Liverpool, and he wanted to recreate that atmosphere. That's why he asked the Beatles to play all the songs they played live in one day as if it was a live performance. Ringo Starr sang the lead vocals, and being the 5th song of the Beatles' debut album, it was the first time many Beatles fans heard Ringo's voice. I think he did an excellent job. The song is very energetic, and so was his performance. His voice sounds raspy and very powerful. Before George Harrison's guitar solo, we can hear Ringo say something like, "Come on, George," which is the same thing he did a few years later when he sang the lead vocals of a song called Honey Don't. Before George's solo, he says, "Come on, George, rock on for Ringo one more time." So apparently he liked to do that, and they're both very similar rock and roll tracks. So for this session we have Ringo Starr on lead vocals and drums, John Lennon on rhythm guitar and backing vocals, Paul McCartney on bass and backing vocals, and George Harrison on lead guitar and backing vocals. The song was produced by George Martin and engineered by Norman Smith. So let's go ahead with our next section.
This is decoding the lyrics.
Decoding the lyrics. Well, this is actually quite funny because it's a song about how much they like boys. But Paul McCartney said they never really cared about singing a song about boys. And they didn't change the lyrics from boys to girls. They only changed it in one part when it says, "My girl says when I kiss her lips." You know, of course the original goes, "My boy says when I kiss his lips." But that was a bit too much. I mean, that would be pretty normal now. Like, I sing things like that all the time. I work as a cruise ship musician, and whenever I sing a song written by a girl who says something like that, like "My boy says when I kiss his lips," I never change the lyrics. But this was 1963, so being gay wasn't just wrong, it was like a crime. You know, homosexuality was illegal until 1967 in England, I think. Paul McCartney said, "It was the Shirelles' hit and they were girls singing it, but we never thought we should call it girls just because Ringo was a boy. We just sang it the way it was, and never considered any implications." Hi, sorry to interrupt the video. Just a very quick, very important announcement. I published a book. That's right, I published a book It's called From the Cavern to Abbey Road, a journey through the Beatles' iconic landmarks. In this book, we see the story of the Beatles from the places where everything happened. Some of them are famous, like let's say Abbey Road Studios, and some of them perhaps not so famous, like for example the art gallery where John and Yoko met. I put a lot of work and effort into this book, and it would help me so much if you grabbed a copy. It's available on Amazon all around the world, so if you want your copy, please go to the link in the description. Thank you. Now back to the video. So let's go ahead with our next section.
Breaking down the music, breaking down the music, breaking down the music, breaking down the music.
Breaking Down the Music. Boys is a rock and roll track. It's very energetic and it just made people dance, which is what people used to dance to back in the day. The track is very short, just 2 minutes and 26 seconds long, and I'm gonna show you something about the harmony. The harmony of Boys is pretty simple, and it's a clear example of a rock and roll track. The song is in the key of E major, so we start in the first grade of the scale, E major. I've been told when a boy kisses a girl, takes a trip around the world, and now we go to the fourth grade of the scale, which in this case is A, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Now back to E, the first grade. And now we go to the fifth, which is B. The fifth wants to resolve. It wants to go back to A, right? Can you feel the tension? Hey, hey. Now fourth, she say you do, and back to E. And now we end up in the fifth again to go back to E again. So let's go ahead with our final section.
And finally, this is legacy and impact.
The Beatles' version of Boys was included on their debut album Please Please Me, which was released on the 22nd of March 1963, and it reached the top spot on the UK albums chart, and it stayed there for 30 weeks. A very promising start for the Beatles. Ringo Starr still sings this song with the All Star Band. So that was pretty much it for now. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. There is a PayPal link for donations. Of course, every donation will be absolutely appreciated. You can buy my book. That would actually make me very, very happy indeed. Or the free option is just to subscribe to this YouTube channel and maybe click on the bell icon so you're the first to know when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Well, I'm afraid that's us run out of time.
Oh,
I'm really
okay.
sorry.
Oh,
so
thanks. Bye, everyone.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I give my